Hey everyone, how's it going? Lance here. Today is Monday, July 17th, 2017, and I am now exactly 6 months post-op from my follicular unit extraction procedure that I had with Dr. Daniel McGrath out in Austin, Texas. So yeah, let's take a look. So this is my left side. On the day of my surgery, I had 50, that's 50 single hair grafts that replace all along the left temple and frontal part of my hairline to about where my widow's peak is. And to be honest, it's kind of hard to see the new hairs starting to come in the front, but they are coming in. It's one of those things where I had trouble finding them, and when I asked my patient advisor Steve Cook why I had trouble finding the new hairs, he mentioned to me that I've had a lot of work done in this front, and when you only have a small amount of hair that's placed there to kind of soften it up, it's going to be hard to find, but they are growing. And depending on the lighting, shoot, it's kind of hard to do it with this setup I have. You can tell that there are some hairs that are singles that are kind of in here, but they're not nearly as big or as thick as some of the bigger grafts. So hopefully that gives you guys an idea of new hairs coming in. But more importantly, when I had my surgery with Dr. McGrath 6 months ago, I had 265 grafts consisting of 3 to 4 hairs apiece placed in my suture line. So let's take a look at that real fast. So yeah, on Saturday, 2 days ago, I got my hair cut. I got a number 4 on the back and the sides, and then I had the barber do the front and the top with scissors. To be honest, I don't think this is the best haircut I've had since I've been doing this blog. For some reason, my right temporal peak, this actually looks kind of pluggy, depending on like how it is, or depending on how the hairs flow. I think she went a little too short. You can kind of tell these are bigger single hair grafts that were from my previous 2 strip procedures. But aside from that, I'm really happy with how the hairs are really starting to come in the suture line, and then these hairs will eventually catch up to what's ever growing in the back here. But overall, yeah, I'm really excited that in a few months I'll actually be going to a wedding. I'm going to be a groomsman in one of my best friend's weddings, and I'm hoping that by the time his wedding rolls around in October, I'll be able to cut the back and the sides maybe down to a 3 guard, and I could experiment by then, possibly doing like a low fade, because I know a lot of guys have asked me, Lance, why haven't you ever done a fade before? So yeah, other than that, at 6 months, I feel like I'm kind of where I should be. If you look at the 6 month mark videos from my previous 2 strip procedures, especially from the first procedure, you can tell that the hairline was starting to take shape, but it was really patchy and not coming at all at the same time. So I'm kind of where I should be at 6 months. But yeah, other than that, one thing I also wanted to mention was that, as I mentioned last year when I was at the 8 month mark from my second strip procedure, July is a very important month for me. Marks a lot of important things. The other day on July 14th, that was actually the 3 year anniversary of my first procedure that I had with Dr. Hubner. And last week on Tuesday, July 11th, was my 31st birthday. And if you look at what I looked like when you started to see the hair come in from my first procedure to what I look like now, 3 years later, 31, I look so much better now than I did when I was 28. And I'm just really thankful for the work that Dr. Hubner did and also that Dr. McGrath has done. I'll be honest, I wasn't particularly thrilled that I've had to do this essentially 2.5, 3 times, but when I look at pictures of me before I was 28 to 27, 25, 26, I could really tell that the hair loss was something that really bothered me. And I think that, 2.5 surgeries later, I think it's been a worthy investment. So, yeah. So, let's check back next time. We're going to check back in August when we reach the 7 month mark. And if you've been following this channel for a while, you'll know that the 7 month mark is one of my favorite parts of the hair transplant progress. So have a great day or great evening, depending on when you watch this. We'll check back next time. Thanks and take care. Peace.